Everyone likes to succeed, and everyone wants to live rich and happy lives. But it seems that around every corner there is someone who is trying to drag us down and ruin things for us. Every time it seems like the goal is within reach, a wall appears in the path that can't be broken through. Life can be unfair to us. Or is it really? What if for a few minutes we entertain the thought that we ourselves are standing in the way of achieving our goals? The truth is that you have much more control over your life than you think. If you don't believe that, then listen to 10 signs that you are unconsciously sabotaging yourself. The first sign is that you have imposter syndrome. In 1978, psychologists Pauline Clance and Suzanne Imes discovered a behavioral pattern, the imposter syndrome, where a person believes that their success is due to luck and that they don't deserve their achievements. Do you often feel that even though you got a perfect test score, got your dream job, or achieved a goal you were aiming for, you just got lucky and didn't really earn it? We can all sometimes achieve success without much effort, but not often. If you constantly think you just got lucky, you have imposter syndrome. The second sign is that you are too self-critical. Do you often diminish your own strengths? Maybe you tend to focus on your flaws and problems rather than reasons to be proud. We all have negative thought patterns that are meant to protect us from making mistakes. However, they often backfire and make us feel terrible, even when we haven't done anything wrong and have no reason to be self-critical. Modesty is a virtue, but constant negativity and self-pity will just drag you down. The third sign is that you are a procrastinator. According to the dictionary, procrastination is the tendency or habit of putting off or delaying something that requires attention. We all have goals we want to achieve. Some want to become movie stars, others dream of winning a video game tournament. But why do we distract ourselves from making our dreams a reality? In almost all cases, it comes down to plain old fear. We're afraid of failure and don't want to embarrass ourselves, be disappointed, or feel the pain that comes with failure. Of course, it's much easier to binge watch a TV series or surf social media just to kill time. But this kind of behavior won't help you achieve your dream. The fourth sign is that you compare yourself to others. For example, you got a B on a paper while your classmate got an A, or your friend Stacy got a compliment, but you didn't. What's strange is that you felt fine until you started comparing yourself. Why do we so often think about what others have, rather than what we have ourselves? This idea was first analyzed by social psychologist Leon Festinger in 1954. He concluded that we compare ourselves to others in order to reduce uncertainty and find ourselves. Unfortunately, comparing ourselves to others is not the best way to stay motivated. In most cases, we end up feeling that we are not successful enough. And the more we compare ourselves to others, the less we believe in ourselves. The fifth sign is that your life is not organized. Does your life feel like it's spinning out of control in a frantic pace? We all go through tough times. But if your life is in constant chaos and you don't do anything about it, that chaos will bleed into all aspects of your life, and that will lead to even more procrastination. This is a sign that it's time to start scheduling and prioritizing your tasks. Clear your space and get everything in order. The sixth sign is that you create conflicts with those you love. Have you noticed that you've been fighting a lot more with your family members lately? Or are you constantly arguing with your friends? We all find ourselves in conflict situations from time to time. But if these conflicts have become a regular part of your routine, there's a chance you subconsciously fear intimacy. Like all people, we feel most comfortable with what we're used to. Believe it or not, if we're accustomed to complications and chaos, the peace and harmony with those we love can actually make us a tad uncomfortable. This drives us to pick fights in order to return to that familiar chaotic comfort zone. Another reason for the quarrels could be a fear of rejection. We start arguments before the other person even has a chance to hurt us. However, this behavior is unhealthy, and we continue to sabotage our own lives. The seventh sign is that once you achieve a goal, you lose what you've gained. Has it ever happened to you that you worked hard to accomplish something only to lose it fairly quickly afterwards? For example, you entered into a desired relationship, but broke up after just a couple of months. If this pattern keeps repeating across different areas of your life, the root cause may be in your self-esteem and belief system. On some deep subconscious level, you may not believe you're worthy of your achievements. The eighth sign is that you focus on problems instead of solutions. As John Lennon once said, "There are no problems, only solutions." You may be surprised, but when something bad happens, it's not necessarily a problem, at least not until you decide it is. Believe it or not, you have a choice in whether to consider a setback a problem or not. If you often complain about things or curl up in a ball when things don't go your way, you are undoubtedly sabotaging yourself subconsciously. The ninth sign is that you indulge yourself. This one can be tricky to spot. Have you noticed that you eat when you're bored, even if you're not hungry? Or do you often watch one video after another, even if they don't seem interesting or compelling? There's nothing wrong with watching TV shows or enjoying good food, but if we're doing these things just to distract ourselves, we're simply procrastinating, and as a result, we continue to sabotage ourselves. The 10th and final sign is that you question whether you have a purpose. When we're not striving towards what we want in life, we start asking important questions. What is the meaning of my life? Is there any point to my actions? Am I destined to be who I am? You choose what your life will be, and many of these questions don't have logical answers. Obsessing over these thoughts just leads to you overthinking, which is a waste of time and energy. The underlying theme is that we all have an innate drive to succeed and live fulfilling lives. But it often feels like there are obstacles and naysayers at every turn, preventing us from reaching our goals. The author posits that maybe, just maybe, the real culprit is not outside forces, but ourselves. The text outlines 10 signs that we may be unconsciously sabotaging our own progress without even realizing it. The first few focus on our thought patterns and mindsets, things like imposter syndrome, excessive self-criticism, and procrastination due to fear of failure. These mental blocks can be surprisingly powerful in holding us back. Another set of signs have to do with unhealthy comparison to others and a lack of organization in our lives. When we constantly measure ourselves against our peers and allow chaos to reign, it creates an environment ripe for self-sabotage. We get distracted, discouraged, and lose focus on what really matters. Some of the other red flags include picking unnecessary fights with loved ones, having trouble maintaining achievements, and avoiding solutions in favor of dwelling on problems. These behaviors suggest deeper insecurities and a subconscious resistance to positive change. The final sign is questioning whether we even have a real purpose. While it's natural to ponder life's big questions, getting too caught up in existential anxiety can become a form of self-sabotage, using philosophy as an excuse to avoid taking meaningful action. The overall message is a call to self-awareness. By recognizing these patterns within ourselves, we have the power to break the cycle of self-undermining and take control of our lives. It won't be easy, but acknowledging the role we play is the crucial first step. So the question remains, are you your own worst enemy when it comes to achieving your dreams and aspirations? The choice, as the author suggests, is ultimately up to you. Time to do some honest self-reflection and make positive changes. So do you think you're sabotaging yourself? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and click the bell icon so you don't miss the next video. Have a great day and reflect wisely.